It's time for another WrestlePlanet news update as the next Ring of Honor Hall of Famer has been revealed. Cody and Brandy Rhodes have officially left AEW. And is Stone Cold Steve Austin set to work a match at WrestleMania 38? And before we get into it, make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss the latest wrestling news. And check out the relaunched WrestlePlanet.net for daily wrestling articles. And we have to start off with some sad news as a former WCW and WWE referee has passed away. PW Insider would report that Mickey Henson, better known for his working name Mickey J, has passed away at the age of 59. Mickey had been battling with pneumonia caused by COVID, which caused him severe lung damage. He would be taken off life support last night. Henson broke into the business as a referee in 1987 during the latter days of Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, working under Dusty Rhodes and Steve Keirn. He was then hired by WCW in the early 90s and stayed there until the eventual sale to WWF in 2001. He would later sign with WWE in 2005 before leaving his refereeing role in 2008 after a mantle cell lymphoma diagnosis, something he later defeated. He would also overcome a battle with cancer, having been told that he only had months to live. This is sad news for fans of both WWE and WCW, and my thoughts go out to his friends and family during this difficult time. And now let's move on to some contract news as an Impact Wrestling deal has come to an end. Former Impact World and X Division champion Josh Alexander would take to Twitter this week to reveal that not only has his contract with Impact ended, but his US work visa has also expired. And Alexander would tell his fans, "Today my contract expired and subsequently also US work visa. Unfortunately, as a consequence, I will not be able to honor my commitment to both Terminus and AML Wrestling later this month. I'm disappointed and I'm sorry. Hopefully I'll have everything in order soon." Alexander last appeared on Impact last Thursday, where he would defeat Big Con in a pre-taped matchup, but later in the show he'd be removed from the upcoming Team Impact vs Honor No More match at No Surrender, seemingly writing him off of television. Alexander would sign a 3-year contract with the promotion back in February 2019 and is now officially a free agent. He found early success during his time in Impact as a tag team with now AEW star Ethan Page, winning the World Tag Team Championships as the North. He'd later become a singles competitor, winning the X Division title before cashing it in for an opportunity at the Impact World title. He'd win the match at Bound for Glory last year before losing the belt in mere minutes when Moose used his Call Your Shot Gauntlet trophy to take advantage of the fatigued champion. He was in fact name dropped in a recent episode of AEW Dynamite by Brandy Rhodes, who told Ethan Page that they only signed him to get to Alexander, although it's unknown if they officially have interest in him now that he is a free agent. This week, Brock Lesnar would appear on the Pat McAfee show ahead of this Saturday's WWE Elimination Chamber event in Saudi Arabia, and during the interview he would discuss a number of topics concerning his career, including the differences between WWE boss Vince McMahon and his former UFC boss Dana White. Lesnar would be asked to compare the two, and he said, "Honestly, my relationship with Vince is so different than it is with Dana over the years. Vince and I have a love-hate relationship for the last 20 years, but it's been good. We got a lot of water under the bridge. I have a lot of respect for both men. I met Vince when I was younger. I look at Vince as more of a father figure because I've learned a lot of things from him, and I was able to carry those things over and handle business with Dana." Lesnar would then discuss his fellow WWE roster members and his feeling on the younger guys, and Brock feels that somebody needs to step up, be different, and get over. And he added, "It's just kind of weird, the whole evolution, because when I came up, The Undertaker, Steve Austin, and I can go on, but so now I'm the old bastard walking down the halls. I'm looking at these young kids and I don't know. Somebody needs to step up, get over, and figure out how to put asses in seats and not worry about your next high spot, but figure out how the hell they can be different, like how can they make money. That's it, that's the business." The young generation think that if they go out and do a certain move and do it over and over, that's not the business. There's a good guy and a bad guy pitting people against each other and storylines. What was fun about me coming back this time was the storyline with Roman Reigns and being with Paul Heyman for 15 years, and now Paul is with Roman. Lesnar is set to compete for the WWE Championship this Saturday at Elimination Chamber when he takes on Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, Riddle, AJ Styles and champion Bobby Lashley inside the chamber structure itself. A few weeks ago, Ring of Honor would announce the opening of their very own Hall of Fame as they head towards Supercard of Honor 15 on April 1st, their first show since December 2021. This week, the third entry into the first class would be revealed, with former Ring of Honor World Champion and current free agent Samoa Joe set to join the prestigious list of names. The promotion would take to their website to talk about the impact Joe has had not only on Ring of Honor, but wrestling as a whole, and they would write, "From the first time he stepped into a Ring of Honor ring in 2002, Samoa Joe proved to be an intimidating force whose hard-hitting offense, intensity, and relentlessness made him one of the sport's most dangerous competitors. The Samoan submission machine is arguably the most proficient American pro wrestler in the art of strong style, a form of pro wrestling popularized in Japan that emphasizes strikes and submissions." In just his 10th match in Ring of Honor, Joe captured the ROH title in March 2003. 2 months later, Joe officially elevated the championship to world title status when he successfully defended it in London, marking the first time the championship had been defended outside of the United States. Joe went on to hold the ROH World Championship for a record 645 days and made 31 successful title defenses. It's not only the longest reign in ROH history, but at the time it was the longest world title reign in any US-based pro wrestling company in 15 years. During Joe's historic reign, he and CM Punk engaged in an epic trilogy of matches that have become legendary, and they wrestled to 2 60-minute draws before Joe won their final meeting. Joe joins the Briscoes and Bryan Danielson in the inaugural ROH Hall of Fame class, with one more name set to be announced next week. A career retrospective on Samoa Joe will be featured on this weekend's episode of Ring of Honor Television, and a YouTube special on Joe will drop this coming Monday on their YouTube channel. But who do you think will be the next and final talent added to the first ever Ring of Honor Hall of Fame class? Let me know in the comments down below, and I think I'm going to go with CM Punk. Next up, we have some huge AEW news as a major star has officially left the company. The All Elite Wrestling Twitter account would today post a statement from company president Tony Khan regarding the status of Cody Rhodes and his wife Brandi, who have both now parted ways with AEW, and the statement would read, "Cody and Brandi Rhodes were integral to the launch of All Elite Wrestling. Cody's ability, combined with his boldness and his passion for our industry and his love for community outreach, helped AEW deliver our message to give fans what they needed for far too long. Something new, innovative, and lasting. Brandi helped us shape the AEW story, and I appreciate how hard she fought for us both in the ring and out of the ring, competing in the women's division while advancing our efforts at inclusion and civic causes, including great partnerships with Culture City and the American Heart Association. I have immense respect and appreciation for Cody and Brandi, and I wish them both the best as they move on from AEW. Thank you, Cody and Brandi." Cody himself would take to Twitter regarding the news, releasing a lengthy statement of his own, which would read, "I have loved my time at AEW, amazing locker room, amazing fans, amazing people. The revolution was indeed televised, and I've been incredibly lucky to be part of that. First, I want to thank Tony Khan. He's taken the baton and run with it, and it was an honor to work for him and to know him on a personal level. He's a beautiful soul. Obviously need to thank my incredible wife and the mother of my baby girl, Brandi, for all of her love and support throughout this journey together and the amazing relationships she fostered with Culture City and the American Heart Association. I also need to thank Nick and Matt Jackson. These two, whether they know it or not, took an undesired and not confident liar cub and gifted me the confidence to become a leader of the pack. Kenneth Omega, Chris Jericho, Chicken, we started the fire. I must thank Tim W, Keith M, Greg W, and the amazing production crew who understood and captured the vision with such grace. I can't name everybody, but thank you to Mega, Margaret Harrington, Jeff Jones, Dana, Tony Schiavone, Bern Raff, and the hardest worker in the game, QT Marshall, for propping me up and kicking me in the ass when I was running on fumes. I must thank all my kiddos, MJF, Jade, Sammy, Darby, Lee, Ricky, Tom, The Guns, Brock, Velvet, Nyla, Aubrey, Turner, Vanilla, Solo, Spears, Julia, Anna, Will, Wardlow, Sonny, Fuego 1, and of course, Negative 1. While we're at it, give Jade the Cody Vader. Also need to take a moment to thank the great partners at Warner Media, including Brett, Sam, and the rest of the team. I have so many milestones and beautiful memories on this renaissance. Through sweat, blood, tears, literal fire, and all that, I left it all on the mat. Everything pales in comparison to the final contribution I was empowered to lead at the company, the community outreach team. It was the most inward moments, your outward behavior and your ability to take fame/influence and do something of value for the communities you visit, whether the cameras are on or off, is the highest honor. I am confident Amanda Huber will lead the department with style. I'm so proud of my creations and contributions and the items I supported or collaborated on with such wonderful professionals. Fightful noted that AEW talent knew of the departures 15 minutes before the announcement, and that Cody and Brandi haven't been as connected to the locker room in recent years, in contrast to when AEW started, with word emerging that Cody had been distant from other EVPs. Dave Meltzer noted on the Wrestling Observer Radio that there was talk backstage last night at Raw that Cody could be returning to WWE, with Fightful confirming that the two sides have had discussions. Meltzer would add that he wouldn't be surprised if Cody indeed went back to WWE. This is no doubt the highest profile departure from AEW to date, with them losing one of their founding fathers. It can't be understated how major this news is, with this potentially being the first big jump from AEW to WWE, with us being so used to seeing it go the other way. It had been recently reported that Cody Rhodes' AEW contract had expired, which was confirmed by himself, and it looks like he won't be signing a new one. But what do you think of the Cody Rhodes news? Let me know in the comments down below, and this should be interesting. And finally, let's go to a huge story regarding the upcoming WrestleMania 38 event, where Stone Cold Steve Austin could be set for an in-ring return. According to Fightful Select, WWE are attempting to bring back Steve Austin for a match at the upcoming WrestleMania and are said to have made him an offer. The report states that Austin is expected to be involved in a physical role at the very least, and many on the WWE roster feel that Kevin Owens' recent anti-Texas promos are designed to set up some kind of confrontation or match between him and Stone Cold. Fightful were also able to confirm that this was discussed as far back as January, and Owens is down as his opponent internally. This year, Mania is set to take place in Austin's home state of Texas, inside Dallas's AT&T Stadium, making it a fitting place for Austin's in-ring return were it to happen. The venue has been home to 3 WrestleManias in the past, including Mania X7, which was headlined by Stone Cold versus The Rock, which concluded with the infamous handshake between the Rattlesnake and his longtime foe Mr. McMahon. A separate report from PW Insider states that WWE reached out to Austin in late December, early January to gauge his interest in doing something at the show, with the idea being that it would be a one-time send-off in front of a large Texas crowd, which would of course help boost ticket sales. The company needs to sell close to 200,000 tickets to sell out both nights. Interestingly, Austin built a new wrestling ring on his Nevada ranch last August, which he may be using to get back in in-ring shape. With that said though, as of this writing, PW Insider notes that Austin is yet to commit to any match. But do you think Stone Cold Steve Austin will be wrestling at WrestleMania? And do you think he should do it, or was his send-off already perfect? Let me know in the comments down below. And before you go, make sure you check out my video where I discuss 10 UFC fighters that are perfect for WWE or AEW.